Good evening, guys, and welcome to update 4 of my Don't You Worry, They Will Pay France 1940 diorama. Today we are going to focus on the chipping of the Panzer IV. Last episode we already did the light gray chips with a sponge, and today we are using German Cam Black Brown by Vallejo model colors to do the darker chips inside those light chips. We're going to use two soft brushes of two sizes. One is 000, the other is 0. And I can already tell you now that we will be facing a challenge because the brushes are a bit too big for the task at hand. So before we start, let me quickly catch you up with where the model was, or what the model is, as we're about to tackle the chipping. As you can see, there are light chips, and I have to say, having had this model sit on the shelf of doom for quite some time now, I'm not happy with the chips. I think I went way too overboard, and as you can see, they are very weird looking, especially in some areas. I totally overdid it, and I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm going to cover a lot of this with just dust, and I hope that the dark chips will tone it down. That's basically the only thing I can think of at this point. So let me show you the other sides of the vehicle. Here we have the front with some of the stowage, and I'm not happy with the color of the stowage, I have to admit. Also need to retouch this. It's not really up to snuff, and as you can see down there, the front plate there, totally overdid it. In the next episode, I'm probably going to be adding some dust and dirt to the lower hull, but for now, and for this episode, we are just going to tackle the chipping. And without further ado, let's get to it. As you can see here in a short time lapse that I have sped up a lot, it's 8 times speed. The handling of the turret was rather hard for me to keep it in shot and do this, because it's not an easy task to do the chipping. I'm trying my best, which is basically why I sped it up so fast that it's not a lot to see here, but you can hopefully get the gist of it. And you can already see that the brush is just too big to do like the smaller chips. It's just too big. I need to upgrade the brushes. But overall, it's doing the trick. The dark chips do definitely help tone down those light chips and make it look less obnoxious to me. At this point, I want to thank you guys for supporting me and for subscribing to my channel. I'm currently at 3,180 subscribers, which is a number I never thought I would reach, and I'm growing and growing, and I'm very happy for each and every one of you subbing to my channel. And if you haven't subbed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like the build series, take a look at the other videos if you haven't yet. Maybe take a look at my other build series, for example the Stoke one I'm currently working on. And if you really want to hit it out of the park, you might want to check out my Patreon, Hollywood Modeling. Support me there if you like, but it's totally up to you. So focusing back on the model at hand, as you can see, we're still working on the smaller chips and the bigger chips along the edges, and I have to say those lower edges, they work rather well. It's not that tough down there. It's just the small chips on the top surface here that I'm working on right now. And as you see, we're cleaning up now. We're done, and here we are. I was not happy with the way the shot worked when I did the chipping on the turret. As you can see here, the chipping on the turret, tone it down a bit. And since I wasn't happy with the camera work while doing the turret, I did the rest of the body off camera. I was just not sure you guys could actually see what I was doing. Again, here's the color I was using, German Cam Black Brown. It's the same color I used on the turret. I used that for the lower hull. I have to admit, I did not do the running gear. I did not chip the running gear or the suspension system because I'm just going to cover this with the dusting, a really light layer of mud. And as you can see, chipping doesn't look as bad as it did when it was just light chipping. The dark chips really toned it down a lot, at least that's what I think. There are some areas still where I'm really not happy with it, especially on the tank itself. I think the turret is okay, it's fine. It's not perfect, but it could be worse, especially along the edges here. Again, this is the brush I used, and as you can see, it's way too big. Way too big, and here we have hairy arm time now. It's a 000, and I was sure 000 would be enough, but it's definitely not. I have to upgrade. I have to go to like even smaller and finer, so I can paint finer chips in the future, which is definitely something I have planned. So as I said, I really need to touch up on this stowage. I'm not happy with the color of the stowage. Definitely not. I need to do dry brushing on it and maybe even add different colors. It's just not looking right. It just looks like a plastic toy at this point. And as I said earlier, next up we are going to add mud and dust to the lower hull and to the suspension system. And I will actually using some stuff by Ammo of Mig, Dust Effects, and I actually ordered some more of them to come in, but until they come in, I will be using Light Dust by Ammo of Mig. It's a normal color, and here we have the bottle, Light Dust, Nature Effects. I haven't used it much yet, but I think it might achieve the job that I want to do here. Seeing France wasn't too muddy in 1940. It was dusty. It was dusty as hell because the summer was very warm and dry. So we'll be using this, trying to see if we can make this look somehow acceptable. Because right now, I'm not feeling it. And right now, I'm not sure that I like the look of this, especially considering the nice diorama base that I have planned for this. And if the tank doesn't do it for me once it's done, I might just have to scrap the tank and just put something else on the diabase, because the diabase is just way too nice, and the figures that I bought for this are way too nice. So yes, this is where we stand. Next up is going to be the light dust. For now, it's up to me to say thank you again. Thanks for watching this. I hope I'll see you guys soon, and I hope you will watch the next episode when we put on the mud and try to keep the suspension system workable. And until then, thank you guys for watching. May the force be with you. And I want to say special thanks to my Patreon supporters. You guys really rock, and I hope I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. Till next time.